Today we have Vikram Rajan with us today of videosocials.net. How are you doing, Vikram?
I'm well, Gabby. How you doing?
I'm good. So go ahead and tell us who you are and what your company does.
Sure. I'm the co-founder of Video Socials, which is a business community and social media marketing app. And our members are lawyers and accountants, coaches, consultants, and they get their business through word of mouth referrals by staying top of mind with those potential clients and referral relationships, usually other professionals who bring them business. And it used to be where the phrase content is king was referring to text written articles. And so we have a branch of our company called Phone Blogger, where we interview our clients over the telephone and turn what they say into written articles that are their words, their personality, stays within any of their compliance obligations as financial advisors or attorneys know about. And then we publish it on their blog website, promote it through the social media, produce an email newsletter out of it, everything to help them stay top of mind and get those internet word of mouth marketing referrals for them. But then in 2017, Facebook changed the game. They prioritize video posts in their algorithm. In 2018, LinkedIn followed Facebook, as they often do. And now, even recently, Google has finally come around to including YouTube clips in their search engine results pages. For a long time, even though they owned YouTube, they never included that. And so we started having to tell our clients that, look, either you're going to get left behind, and as they push up video, you're going to get pushed down. And they weren't listening to us. We would send them to videographers. They wouldn't listen to us. And they actually saw the writing on the wall, literally, because the metrics were on their social media walls. And we said, look, it's not by mistake. It's not by accident. It's not a mystery. We got to get you on video. And they were in the hall, and between the budget or the time constraints and being nervous, they wouldn't do it. And so we said, well, what if we invited 7 or 8 of our clients onto a Zoom call? We each took turns recording a video blog together. We get some feedback from one another, give feedback to one another, and make it a fun networking type environment. And so at the end of that 45 minutes, everyone has recorded their video blogs together, fun and done. And then they get a link to their video on a private preview page. And that's an app that we call Brander, and where you type in a topic title, it gets branded on their video as a headline. They can push a button and Alexa transcribes their video and sends it to them as a finished article. And our system captions the video, brands the video right with subtitles. And we're automation partners with YouTube and Facebook Live and LinkedIn. So when they're ready, they push the right button and it posts their video now automatically. And they can go back to earlier videos and repost them. And every time they do so, as I'm sure you know, Gabby, they come top of mind for relations with their with their potential clients right on their social media platforms. And soon they'll be able to push a button and have that video and article posted on their WordPress website automatically. So all that automation is built into Video Socials, which is that community to help them develop those right marketing habits, but also to automate the things that they don't have to do, or it can take seconds, if not minutes, instead of hours and a tedious amount of time. And that's what Video Socials is. And then our members start getting to know each other well enough where they start liking and sharing each other's videos, not out of any obligation, but really out of respect and rapport and friendship. And then there's a selfish motive because, when I share your video, Gabby,
share mine.
Introduced to my circle of influence. But I now come top of mind to my circle of influence because of you and your content. And so, while YouTube is great for content, LinkedIn, Facebook, their algorithms work a little differently. They actually prioritize when you share someone else's content even more than your own. So while it's important to post your own videos, it's even more important to share others. And the more you share others, more others want to share you. It's that karma golden rule of marketing and networking. And the way you pay it forward is the way you get it back, sometimes multifold. And our members get that, so there's that selfish motive of helping others through the Video Socials community.
Of course. So there's the videos, there's the automation, there's the relationships and the networking. So obviously, all built in and constantly evolving as well as a business. So how do you then consistently and still moving forward create fresh opportunities for your customers?
So they're joining a weekly club. And the dynamics that happen within the club keep it fresh and exciting and fun for everyone. Everyone's coming with a new topic each time. So it's not a networking group where you come with an elevator pitch. It's really a 2 to 3 minute nugget of knowledge, answering a frequently asked question. So for yourself, it's a marketing habit and a discipline to record that episode of your video blog, to have it recorded, to then get it posted automatically. But then you're also learning from others. You're learning their styles of presentation, good way of experimenting and seeing, oh, she began with a story, maybe I should try that. Or, wow, he used a lot of numbers and statistics, maybe I'm not going to do that. So we learn what to do and what not to do, and what's comfortable and what's uncomfortable, maybe in a good way or a bad way. But then you also learn substantively from one another, because you're now in a room with other well-versed, well-connected, well-seasoned, well-experienced professionals who are video blogging with their own expertise and competency. So you may be a CPA accountant, but you're learning from that trusted estates attorney. You may be a business coach, but you're learning from that HR professional. And so you're learning those nuggets of knowledge. Everyone's a captive audience for one another. So I don't have to stare into the black hole of a camera. I can literally look around the room and talk to friends, colleagues, but I'm also learning from them when it's their turn.
Yeah, so you're really learning from like a broad group of people from all different types of backgrounds, rather than just maybe your small circle, your networking circle.
And that dynamism, so to speak, keeps it fresh, keeps it new.
Right.
And you kind of think of new topic ideas, because even if they're sharing something that's unrelated to what you do, it's going to spark an idea of like, yeah, that reminds me of this. And then people, of course, will ask you questions directly, and that, of course, sparks new ideas as well.
Right. And that goes right into my next question. Like you said, the spitballing, would you say then that's kind of a way to leverage flexibility to think outside the box? Like you're literally having new ideas around you all the time.
All the time. And so within the dashboard of their Video Socials brand or dashboard, they're able to keep topic ideas right there. I mean, they could email it to self or keep a notebook, but we keep a place of reserve so that it can be all in one place. They could use our blog brainstormer, blogbrainstormer.com, to come up with ideas. We don't want them completely winging it. Some people are better at being extemporaneous than others, but we do say 2 or 3 bullet points on a Post-it note, and you keep it right next to the webcam. This way, when you're making reference to your notes, you're making eye contact. That's a nice framework for people to stay somewhat casual in the moment, but nonetheless, they're not completely wandering, meandering on tangents, hoping they make a point within 3 minutes. It's, be somewhat as a framework so you know what you're going to be saying.
Right. Would you say that came from trial and error as far as, you want that creativity to flow, but you want people to still have some sort of structure to go off of?
Yeah, the Post-it note idea actually came from one of our members, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we just kind of steal ideas in one.
So like you said, learning from them, they learn from you. It's all holding hands.
Everyone borrows from one another. It's the beauty of the community. Everyone's learning from one another.
Yeah, absolutely. So then what would you say? I mean, you mentioned a few things that could be this, but what would be your secret sauce, as they say, that sets you apart from the rest of the industry?
Give me a quick second. Because that's just the way. I guess secret sauce, I think it's the combination of it all. There are business communities out there that we pay a lot of respect to and we want to learn from. In fact, my video podcast called People Love Clapping interviews leaders of business groups and communities because I want to learn from them. And so I have a lot of respect for a large networking community like BNI, for personal development communities like Landmark, for public speaking groups like Toastmasters. And I want to learn from them because what we're doing is different from all of them, but has similarities. People are gathering and doing things together, and it's a solo sport done together. So I want to even learn from Peloton's community, where it's maybe not business community, but you know what? Business happens on the golf course. I'm sure business happening through Peloton groups. But then it's also a combination with a social media automation app. And then there are social media automation apps like Buffer and Hootsuite, and there are video editing software out there. And, we're not really competing with them. We're different from them. But you put the two together, and I think the secret sauce comes from really the recipe putting it together, so to speak. And then our members really set each other apart, where it's because of my staff, who was wonderful. Our members are really creative and innovative professionals and entrepreneurs. So I think the secret sauce comes because of everything boiling together.
Right. Like I said, it's like a nice little gumbo soup type of thing where you got all the amazing ingredients to make one great thing.
Correct. I think on the surface, it's all the same stuff. You're going to chop up the veggies and all the
Secret
process
sauce. So it works together. Got our
when it
little
comes together. But it comes
analogy
together.
going on. Amazing. So where do you see your business within the next few years, and what are your plans to make that vision happen?
Well, we're looking forward to members going across the globe. There are lawyers and accountants, coaches and consultants that need their internet word of mouth referrals and the marketing discipline of video and related content marketing. They're doing that in Germany and they're doing that in Japan, as like they're doing in New York and across the US. And we've got members in about a dozen states right now here in the US. So I'm sure in all 50 states within the year, I'm sure that'll happen. And then all we really need are members who are across the seas and want to create their own video blogging club, and we're able to support them and handle the technology logistics as well as the automation software. And I can see that like BNI, like Postmasters, like Landmark, like EO, like many other wonderful business organizations that started locally and have chapters and groups all across the globe, will be the next big business community, but with that local feel of business professionals getting together and helping each other and getting the job done, and paying it forward and then getting those future sales.
Absolutely. So the people who remember it as it is now, and then hopefully in a few years, like, remember how it was? Like, it might be small to you in a few years compared to what it will be in the future.
Yeah, well, we remember when we had less than 100. Now we have, over 130 members, and we'll keep doubling. And
yeah, it just keeps
growing
and growing.
Yeah, it's just a matter of our members are wonderful raving fans, and if we can help each one of our members stay raving fans, every one member can bring in another one member, and that's a sustainable way for keep on doubling.
And just builds and builds from there.
That's what we're looking forward to, is really our member success.
Yeah, so you mentioned People Love Clapping,
the
vodcast. So tell us a little more about that and how people can be a part of the roundtable / vodcast that you have going on.
Sure. So the vodcast, People Love Clapping, is a rebirth of a podcast I had a couple of years ago. Now it's a video podcast, a sign of the times. And it's available everywhere. 1 p.m. Eastern on LinkedIn with my profile, on Facebook Live, easy to find. Then eventually gets itself on YouTube, and then Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, easy to find. And I mentioned before, I'm interviewing other business leaders who are growing their business communities, their business groups, and really learning from them. Anyone can be a guest on a video blogging roundtable with Video Socials. Just go to videosocials.net, top right corner, be our next free guest, and come experience the community for yourself. And maybe this is an opportunity for one of your clients, a colleague you have, or maybe it could be a great fit for your own word of mouth marketing.
Perfect. Well, Vikram Rajan of videosocials.net, thank you so much for the amazing information, for ways for people in the audience to get involved themselves with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabby.